Recovery will have you questioning your approach to handling the issues that bring you the most inner turmoil. And so it wasn't long before I realized that I didn't need body positivity. I didn't need to be lying to myself about how I felt about my bigger body. It became obvious to me that the only thing that was going to allow me to get back into the gym and quiet those voices was acceptance. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Heidi Vega, a certified holistic nutritionist and certified personal trainer. I bring you guys along with me as I embark on the journey that has been my recovery from disordered eating, or specifically my binge eating disorder. On today's video, I'm going to be discussing how I basically quit the gym for the better part of 2 months during recovery, and how it went, how it's going now, how things have changed. I've been recovering from my binge eating disorder for almost half a year now, and on a weekly basis, I try to hit the gym about 3 times a week. But early in my recovery, even the thought of going to the gym would trigger a whole range of emotional and mental distress. For too long, exercise has been synonymous with weight loss for me, and likely for many of you. I had a gym membership at like 16 years old and a personal trainer in my attempt to lose weight. Luckily, I did grow up somewhat of an athlete. I mean, I played all types of sports throughout my entire high school career. And then in college, I played rugby. So I had come to associate working out and exercise not only with the desire to change the way my body looked, like being skinnier and things like that, but also the idea that I could become a better athlete, be faster, stronger, etc. But somewhere along the way, my desire to shrink overpowered my desire to improve my athleticism. And I think obviously it had something to do with no longer being in college, no longer being technically an athlete in that sense. So working out just became another area of my life that needed to be done perfectly so that I could achieve the perfect body. I spent the initial 2 months of my recovery avoiding the gym, because prior to starting my recovery, I would spend a majority of the time in the gym berating myself for how I looked, for my size. I would imagine how others must be disgusted by me. I would have ruminating dialogue about the pointlessness of working out, knowing that later on I was probably going to have a binge or possibly overeat. Now, I would try to combat these negative thoughts with positive ones. So I was trying to lie to myself about how I felt about my body. I could feel the immediate resistance my false positivity would provoke. The more that I would try to tell myself that I needed to love my body, the louder the judgmental voices became. Now, before long, I began associating the gym and exercise in general, because I would just try to work out at home, but nonetheless, I associated it with a place and a action that I was just constantly in a inner battle. It was like I was constantly fighting my demons and losing. Recovery will have you questioning your approach to handling the issues that bring you the most inner turmoil. And so it wasn't long before I realized that I didn't need body positivity. I didn't need to be lying to myself about how I felt about my bigger body. It became obvious to me that the only thing that was going to allow me to get back into the gym and quiet those voices was acceptance. I had to accept that I didn't like my body and that it was nonetheless the body that I had. I had to accept that the gym was not a means to an end. I had to accept that even if I were to consistently go to the gym and get stronger and very likely healthier, it didn't necessarily mean that I was going to get thinner, especially not to the extent that I had previously so desperately wanted. I had to accept that my long-term health, both mental and physical, mattered way more than what others thought of me. I had to accept that I was going to have good and bad body image days, but that my best bet was to aim to remain neutral about my body whenever possible. To this day, I would say that my mental chatter in the gym is somewhat of a mixed bag, but I can confidently say that whatever momentary negativity enters my train of thought, it quickly finds its exit because at the end of the day, I am no longer at the gym as a punishment or with the intention of losing weight. I am there because I genuinely enjoy lifting heavy shit. And of course, the health benefits of staying active and moving intentionally are not lost on me. On the same note, being a personal trainer, I do believe that there are people who can tolerate exercising for weight loss, just like I do believe there's people who can quote unquote diet for weight loss without it necessarily turning into a full-blown chronic eating disorder. But I think by now, you guys know that I'm sharing my experience for those of you who, for whatever reason, are anything like me and are predisposed towards developing an eating disorder and the associated body image difficulties. To be very honest, it's been difficult trying to marry the knowledge that I have in terms of exercise and nutrition with this newfound knowledge concerning eating disorders, intuitive eating, and overall recovery. It's something that I am still working through, but similar to my break from the gym, some things only become clearer when you give yourself the opportunity to see it from a bird's eye view. And getting to that view requires some time and patience. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's probably short in comparison to my other ones, but I kind of wanted to share this with you guys. I've been thinking about how just much in the beginning things have changed for me in terms of how I view the gym. And I hadn't always seen the gym or exercising or strength training as just simply, I want to be skinnier and I want to be thinner. But it's almost like I've gone through kind of ups and downs with that. And it was at a really bad place in terms of my relationship to the gym when I first started recovery. So I just had to quit cold turkey just to get my mind right. And I know that for many people, outsiders looking in who have no concept of eating disorders or disordered eating or body image issues or any of that, it could seem like a bad choice, like I'm not caring for my health. And I think a lot of this recovery has shown me that there are certain things that may go against what we traditionally see as the healthy option and what it looks like to really take care of yourself. And I think that I for so long thought that I was giving it a holistic view because of my line of work and because of where I work day to day. I genuinely thought of myself as viewing exercise very holistically. But it wasn't until this recovery that I realized, like, I am putting the way that my body looks above everything else, including my actual mental, emotional, social health. And all of those things do matter at the end of the day. They influence each other, and I had just tried to willpower my way past my obvious disorder with food. So yeah, I had to take a pause. I had to kind of figure out what it was that was causing me so much turmoil. Something that used to bring me so much joy was now just kind of like the bane of my existence. And I was just trying to willpower my way to love it again. And, you know, sometimes the body knows better than even our rational mind does. And my body was telling me, like, hey, you need to care about what's going on in here and not just what you see on the outside. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or comments, you know, you can leave them down below or reach out to me on Instagram at excuse my thick thighs, and I will catch you guys on the next one.